One constant companion through this last 1 year after the lockdown and in light of COVID-19 and coronavirus has been entertainment on streaming platforms. They have gained in popularity, more and more people have been tuning in, and we've also seen some very interesting offbeat kind of content come to our screens, whether it be our tablets or our large screens. A very interesting content creator, filmmaker and director is of course Alankrita Srivastav. Her latest venture, Bombay Begums, has opened to rave reviews and its fair share of controversy as well. I have the opportunity today to speak with Alankrita on how she sees this ever-changing landscape. Alankrita, great to have you on the show and taking the time out to speak with us. Let me begin by getting your take on the reception that your latest venture, Bombay Begums, got. Were you surprised? Were you upset with some of the brickbats? How did you take it?
I guess as a filmmaker, one has to sort of get used to getting all kinds of reactions. And I think right from my first feature film, Turning 30, I think I've been used to getting like all kinds of reactions. And I think once you make something, it's really out there for public consumption. And, then it's really up to people who are watching it to interpret it the way they want. I'm very, very happy with all the love that Bombay Begums has got. It's been really, really incredible. The kind of messages we've got, the kind of like the number of people who've called me, the number of people who I know who've been getting messages on behalf, of all of us. The cast has been getting so much love. I don't think I was prepped for that. So I'm really, really quite grateful. And of course, I think, every time I think like you make something that is thought-provoking, there's always going to be thoughts of all kinds. I've experienced this even, with my earlier feature, Lipstick Under My Burqa. And like I said, I experienced criticism with Turning 30. I experienced all kinds of reactions, even with Dolly Kitty or Wo Chamakte Sitare. So I think, as a filmmaker, one has to be convinced about the stories one is telling and then just leave the rest to the universe and then just enjoy everything.
Yeah. It's very interesting, and you talked a bit about the kind of movies that you've done. Lipstick Under My Burqa was what shot you to fame, Made in Heaven, Bombay Begums, and many others. One common thread is very strong female characters as protagonists. Is that something that comes naturally, or is that how you have positioned yourself as the kind of filmmaker who tells these particular stories from the female point of view?
I think it's not something that I had planned, or it's not like I've positioned myself like that. I think I try to be true to my own voice. I try to be true to the stories that I am passionate about, the kind of characters I really want to sort of share with the world. And I think I've just been pursuing, those stories and those characters. And I do definitely feel that I am more interested in female characters and universes that are more female, and really looking at, people who are more like, who are not sitting right on top of the privilege pile. So I think it's been very natural for me. It's what I'm sort of drawn to. It's not forced at all. And I do feel like for decades and decades, there's been cinema which has really been made by men and about men. And I think it's really high time that, we have stories that are told from a female point of view and that are about interesting female characters. So I think it's something I'm naturally drawn to, and till I enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing this.
Okay, I have to come to what is happening currently in this streaming space. It has opened up opportunities for many, many kinds of content creators who don't have to stick to, the big Bollywood formula. For you, have you found it an opportunity or a chance to do something very different, very refreshing? How is it different from your mainstream entertainment?
I think for me, honestly, I feel the vein of what I'm doing has been pretty similar, whether it's, for the theatrical space or for the streaming space. Even my feature film, Dolly Kitty or Wo Chamakte Sitare, which released on a streaming platform, was, intended for theatrical release. So for me, I think I don't feel the difference in mediums in terms of the stories that I'm telling, but I think definitely the length of the story, I feel like, with Made in Heaven or with Bombay Begums, I mean, the beauty is that you can, create a story and create characters that you can really dig into because you have so many more hours of time. And I think for me, that's very interesting to kind of really go into the lives of characters. And I feel for me, that has been the crucial difference, like, creating something that is 2 hours or creating something that is 6 hours or 8 hours. I think that I think is for me the fundamental difference. Of course, because we have a censor board vis-a-vis the theatrical film space. There's a certain kind of idea that one feels that okay, this might not get passed, etc. And I feel like definitely there are some themes that one can explore more liberally in the streaming space. But I think primarily for me, I think it's really the medium is not, it's my stories are not changing so much because of the medium. I think it's the length that changes.
Do you think that's about to change? You talked about how there are themes that are more out there that you can explore on the streaming space. Are you worried as a content creator, as a filmmaker, that you could get hampered with the new guidelines in place?
No, not at all, because I feel like, humanity always, I don't feel like the human race can survive without stories. And I feel storytellers will always find a way to tell their stories. So I think that, I think a country like India has had a history of censorship right from the 1950s. And I think Indian filmmakers know that it's something that one has, dealt with. And of course, one hopes that one can continue to tell the stories we want to tell in the way that we want. And I think what's really interesting is I think this is a really good time for filmmakers, for actors, for writers to really, because the audience on a streaming platform doesn't necessarily, like, you don't have to make something that necessarily appeals to everybody. I think it's very interesting that one can, explore more niche kind of stories as well. So I think from that perspective, it's very, very exciting. And I would say, but for me, like I was saying, I think the medium is really secondary. I feel like I want to tell my stories, and however they kind of reach the audience, whether through the big screen or, through the streaming space.
No, that's true. But the fact is that there will be more oversight than there was before. And one point of view is that this might curb filmmakers from showing scenes that they were earlier. The other point of view is that filmmakers were also taking liberties because there was no oversight and unnecessarily putting in scenes which show, violence, or which show a lot of nudity, or show things just for shock and awe. Do you think there is a tendency to put in stuff, especially on OTT platforms, which will get talked about, which will hit the headlines, which will possibly attract a few cases as well, because that's the marker of it being a success?
I don't think that's true at all. I think that, I feel like filmmakers put in things which are there for a purpose in the story. I don't think anyone's putting in stuff just for the heck of it. And I can speak from, my point of view, and filmmakers like me, I think it's nice to be able to tell your stories and have scenes that kind of, are there for a narrative purpose. And I think what is very beautiful about the streaming space is that there's such a huge diversity of voices now behind the screen. I think a lot of people who didn't get a chance to tell their stories because the theatrical space was prohibitive in terms of the, the sort of mechanism. I think it's been wonderful that kind of space has opened out, and there have been so many more storytellers and so many new kind of stories that can be told, which earlier sometimes, it was very difficult to make those films and actually release them theatrically because it's expensive to actually market your film and get it out there. So I think in that sense, it's been amazing. And I think there's some lovely, I just feel like there are so many more stories. And I think during COVID, it's been wonderful that even films that couldn't get a theatrical release, could find their space on streaming platforms.